Hey everybody, welcome to this week's update. It's good to be back in the office. I was out last week, so I apologize that there wasn't an update for you guys, but it's good to be back in the office and to get back into the flow of things. There's quite a bit for me to go over today, so I'll try to make it as short as I possibly can. This Wednesday night, we're continuing our study in the book of Hebrews. It's going to be chapter 11, verse 29 through 40. And so if your student has not been a part of our study up to this point, there really is no bad time for them to jump in. So we'd encourage them to be a part of worship this Wednesday night, 6:15, up in the pavilion. This Sunday morning, we're going to be beginning the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1, in our small group time. So not only do I encourage you guys to go ahead and read ahead, but I also want to encourage your students to go ahead and read ahead. And the reason for that is it just increases and improves our discussion time. We don't want this just to be a time where we read and that's it, but we want to genuinely discuss what the passage is trying to say. And it's always a lot harder to do that when people are looking at it for the very first time. But those are kind of the weekly things that we have going on a regular basis. The next couple of things are more event-driven. For example, June 4th is Kings Island for our students. It's $45 per student, and that basically gets them to Kings Island and gets them in. That doesn't take care of food or activities or anything like that. So June 4th, $45, but I have to know if they're going by Wednesday night, May 29th. That allows us to reserve vehicles and make sure that we've got good transportation. So if they're wanting to be a part of that, they need to let me know sooner rather than later. May 26th is a special Sunday morning. If your child is a senior in high school, we're going to be recognizing all of those seniors at the 9:30 service. And so we would encourage you guys to be a part of that. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer them if I can. But that's May 26th, and it's that Sunday morning service. May 29th, that following Wednesday, is a very important day. It is not only the deadline for Kings Island, but it's also our next parent forum. Pastor Ray Woody's going to be leading that, and he's going to be dealing with parenting the heart. And I'm guilty of this as well. A lot of times we discipline or correct our children not for the sake of ministering to the heart, but we do it to correct their behavior. And although behavior modification in and of itself is not necessarily a bad thing, it's not the answer. We don't just want a bunch of children that do what we tell them to do when we're not really addressing the problem, which is their sinful, rebellious heart. So Pastor Ray's going to be helping us understand that a little bit better. That's May 29th at 6:15. And we're planning on doing that down in the basement in the small group area like we've done the last several times. But the last thing that I have for you guys that I want to communicate to you and to your students is May 31st. Emmanuel Baptist has invited us to be a part of a worship night. There, it starts at 7 o'clock, and so I would encourage any and all students to be a part of that. It'll be a great way for us to not only support Emmanuel, but also for us to partner with Emmanuel and just worship together. But that's pretty much what I've got for the week. I know that that's kind of a lot. It's getting ready to get even crazier because Love Loud is June 9th through the 12th, and so you'll get more of a detailed outline of that next week. And then we've just got tons of things going on. One other thing that I hadn't mentioned is our Brazil Luncheon is this weekend. So come out, grab some pulled pork, and support our students that are going to Brazil. They'll be serving after all three services. But like I said, other than that, that's all I've got for you guys. Hope you guys have a great week in the Lord, and I pray that God would just continue to bless you and your family.